We can start.
First we have to have the position when we get ready to playing the table tennis. We have the so-called neutral position. Make sure when you teach kids to have perfect neutral position, make sure they have comfortable legs, not very wide, because then it's difficult to move, not very close, because it's also difficult to move, to find the perfect one. I'm sometimes using example of hockey players when they waiting for puck. They're waiting for puck to start to play. They put arms to knees, to legs, and if you do that, I feel very comfortable in my legs. I concentrate on that. My back is not like that. This way I release the pressure from the legs. So I have to have a little bit of pressure. Putting hands, I have no pressure. But then if I put my racket up, then I feel quite comfortable. Have to see the ball low as possible, it's much better. Then we'll have to teach them first strokes, counter drive from forehand. So we're going to try to do that. So we turn the whole right side, turn on 45 degrees. So we're ready to like if we throw the ball, it will be this position. Before you throw the ball, in table tennis, before you hit the ball, it's very similar to this, but only the movement is coming from the side. So I don't lean too much like this. I have perfect balance now to get ready to hit the ball. Then, before I transfer weight from right to the left, I have to step a little bit forward. Right, it is open, slightly open. Here is 45 degrees for the normal counter. Then two will be, we step, but we don't transfer weight. We kind of step, thinking that maybe it's ice, light ice, and you don't know if you step, maybe you go under the ice. So you check the ice. When you're sure the ice is fit, that's strong, then you transfer weight. It's like you hit the ball, and then you come back to the neutral position. And then you count 1, 2, 3, 4. So neutral position, it's 1. Make sure they don't have their hip out, because this way you paralyze your left side. Make sure this part of your feet look straight. Then 2, we touch the ice. 3, we transfer the weight. And then 4, we come back to the neutral position. And now we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This way, I totally feel how I start, how I hit, and how I come back to the neutral position. This is the first step. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A bit away. It's a little too close. Yeah.
Now it's better?
Yeah. Good.
Are you going to be able to see the first part?
Yeah.
Will be okay?
Yeah.
Now, after when you go through a few times and see how the kids, if they're able to make it clean, common mistake, I show you common mistake, what they can do. For example, maybe they do something like this. Maybe then when you say 2, they directly step. 3, they hit it somehow like this. Try to make the straight lines when they hit the ball. Straight lines. Elbow doesn't go up. And then sometimes they try to hit this way. Sometimes you tell them don't do that. So they keep it like this, but then when they hit it, they turn it another way. So make sure they don't have something, this kind of movements. Make sure you call your, doesn't go this way or doesn't go that way. It's a little bit funny. Most of the time girls, they do that. A lot of things like that. Boys, I guess the legs in the beginning a little bit stronger because they maybe play football more. So, then 1, 2, 3 is done. Then we have next step, we do 1, 2. We go to the position 1. And then we do 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Sometimes you can do it with the jump. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. You probably will ask how you're going to be able to use it in a game. So now I come to the table and we're going to try. In the beginning I will try ask my colleague to play the ball very slow. You ask your player get into position 1 perfectly, not like this, in position 1, where he's going to be playing very slow balls. Very slow balls, don't rush. And I have to be in position 1. Feel how weight is moving from right to the left. And then if it works perfectly, you can come closer, closer, and then start to play. And you can play. And then you have a perfect counter. And again, you have some. Then of course, after that you make a top spin. Or again. This way you have a perfect counter drive forward. Yeah. Okay, we'll continue. So now we finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and we know how to play counter. The differences between table tennis players and amateurs is that table tennis players only makes two movements. One from forehand, one from backhand, basic. And then we split these shots we make in table tennis, use the strokes we use, we split on the categories. Let's say counter, forehand, counter, backhand, 1 and 2. We have forehand smash, we have backhand smash, we have top spin, backhand top spin, 1 and 2. We have top spin against underspin, top spin against underspin backhand. Then we have smash, we have less smash of course backhand. Sometimes we go round. It's only time when it's more time we on the high ball use forehand. Sometimes we have your person can hit the smash backhand also from the backhand. Also we have forehand, backhand lob or fishing we call it. But amateurs, they have thousands of movements, they don't know how to move. They have many shots and everything goes out. That's why in order to have these two shots to make them good, you have to try to get your feet to the ball so you can comfortably do, all depends on the situation, you do counter, you do smash, you do top spin or whatever it's possible to do, you have to come and use your feet. That's why it's important to work on you have to have basic footwear exercises where you, for example, make forehand from the corner or forehand from the middle. So that's why you have to have the same shot all over again and come to the ball, not playing like this or like that or reaching for the ball. That's why you have to have this proper footwork. In the beginning you start slow, that's why working with the kids, sometimes we have problems we see that many kids have trouble to move sideways, and to start to teach them to do the sideways movement. It's good to, let's say, use the so-called monkey dance. Maybe will be a little bit funny. Ooh, like monkey moving back and forth or more. This way we're going to be able to move foot the right way. When you move from the right to the left, right foot goes forward. And when you move from the left to the right, you use the left foot forward. Sometimes when they have problems to really start to move the right foot. And maybe in the beginning you try to make them lift left foot if they slide to the right, so they go 1 and 2. Slightly, they have to sit down a little bit, sit down, and if they can do it slow, you ask them to do it faster, 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 faster. Now, it's a difficult part when you have to fit to this monkey dance, for example, technique. Easiest way to put forehand and backhand, and much more difficult to put when you have to use your forehand twice. Sorry, I almost fall. So, we start with, again, monkey dance, and then I will fit technique using forehand and backhand. When you do forehand, don't forget that you have to turn. Backhand, you don't turn. So, first we'll start with monkey dance. This is the neutral position. And now we're going to use the technique. Very often they do this mistake. They hit and move in the same time. They turn hips, they turn too much like this, and it looks weird, not so good. Make sure they don't turn their hips. Make sure they try to move and try to hit the ball square right to that spot. You turn and shoulder look right to that spot where you send the ball. Backhand you don't turn, forehand you turn a little bit on 45 degrees. And then you play backhand in the front of you, forehand turn. And then you can increase speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. But this is the easiest part. More difficult to use forehand, corner, forehand, middle. So I'm going to try to show you the monkey dance again. And then we're going to try fit. With left arm, I'm going to try to show you how the energy, how the weight is coming from the right foot to the left during the time when we make the counter. Here when you start, sometimes I count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 2, it's a starting point. You have to have micro pose, very small pose. You wait a little bit, and then you strike, and then you go for the next shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to try to play at the table, just like beginners need it. When you as a coach start to work on this footwork, and you have to ask them before they start to move, they have to hit the ball. Let them think, what should they do to come to this position playing forking from the middle of the table. So when they strike the ball from the corner, they have to think, weight again is here, then they strike, and now it's the most difficult part, to transfer this energy again and coming back here. So it's going to be 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we're going to try, coach ask to play one ball. I will pretend that I'm thinking, then I go to the position of coming to the middle, then we will play the next ball. I will get hit, I will think, then I come and I will get ready this. So you do 1, I hit, I think, I go. You give me the ball, I hit, I think, I go. Neutral position, you ask for the players. I have to think and go around. And come to the position. Now I start getting used to it. You can go a little bit faster. And faster. And now, and faster. Of course you can do different strokes, you can do top spin. Again. Few tips about this footwork using technique. For kids to understand better. For example, sometimes I do explain them that you have to take something heavy or box with both hands and you have to throw that box away naturally. Or sometimes I give them the soft ball. They take the soft ball and then they throw that ball. And after when they throw that ball, they have to play next shot from this spot. And again, it means we play the ball which from the forking corner, and now the next one we play from the middle. So again we take this whatever box or ball, we throw, and then sometimes to show it how the energy goes around. So you can be able to naturally move from the middle of the table over there. So a little bit exaggerate, showing this energy. You finish the stroke and then you kind of like, oh, make this energy big in a way you show it, yeah? And then, of course, you make this energy very small, as soon as you get the feeling how fast you can go, Then you do it, you don't do it this way, you kind of like, oh, you strike the ball, elbow comes back, and then elbow comes back to the neutral position, and then you get ready for the next ball. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can make it shorter here way through the neutral position instead of going in a big circle. You don't go in a big circle like this. Like, and then you're already here. 1, already here. 1, always elbow comes back. Sometimes coaches, when they try to explain about neutral position, they speak about the racket. But it's better to speak about elbow. You strike and elbow is coming back. And then when I turn, naturally my racket is over here. In a neutral position. So I strike and then coming this way. You see always coming through the neutral position. Again I'm ready. Either smash, either top spin, or again sandwich spin. And then again I strike. My elbow is coming to the neutral position. And again. That's the thing. So this is a little bit exaggeration. So you just show the simplest way for them, for the kids to understand, so they can feel it. You know, have this special exercise going like this. So up, up, and then make it shorter. Up, short, up, shorter, up, shorter, up. So this can be good exercise. When you go big circle, ready, big circle, ready, smaller circle, ready, hip, ready, hip, ready. This way you can be able to learn to move from the left to the right again back. And it's important to know how to move from here to here, because it helps coming around from the back and forth. You play and you back here again. You're ready to protect. Or you play, maybe you play the next one and you back again here. Always in a neutral position. So neutral position is naturally good when the elbow is coming back. Sometimes you talk about racket, and maybe racket is not exactly what you have to talk about. Elbow. And if elbow is in the right spot, and the racket also will be in the right position. Sometimes they have trouble, and when they move from one spot and using forehand from here to here, sometimes they hit and move in the same time, and it's difficult to fight against it. Sometimes you tell them you have to make the move, so they are uncomfortable. They make something like this. So it's good to visualize that you have this, you can try to make them to do a circle, like this. And then, when they do circle, they can do like this. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Transferring the weight a little bit sometimes, or just using both feet. All depends, the ball is a little bit in the front of you, then you step forward. On the same spot. Yeah, so, using this technique, back and forth, you can make them not to move and hit at the same time. So, looks like this, look. They play one, and then get to the position. So they turn before they move. So they will have to to do that, you have to have strong legs. So now we're going to use table. You saw monkey dance. You saw how we move from the forehand corner to the backhand corner, shadow practice. Then we're going to try to show you some exercise at the table. So I will play corner middle. First one, just a little bit. Then I play corner backhand, just a little bit. And then we'll put together these two exercises. When we play 1, 2, 3, 4. Only one thing I can tell you, the coaches, you can use, seems like it's easy exercise to play 1 and 2, but you can, lots of variety things you can do. You can play, for example, this ball, you can play cross. This ball, you can play cross to the backhand, or you can play this ball down on the lines. This ball you can play over there, and you can mix it up anyhow you want. And this way you have to focus on that. Here, every time we hit the ball, our shoulder look to that spot where I send the ball. So if I want to send the ball from the middle over there, I have to turn a little bit more, so that I'll be able to play the ball comfortably, play to the backhand corner. So a little bit I show you 1, 2, and then I will play to that forehand corner, and then 1, 2 I will play to backhand corner. the middle, I will try to play to the backhand. This way I have to turn around. And sometimes you have to focus on not hitting the ball hard. Consistent is very important. This way you're going to be able to feel it. How every time you come perfectly to the ball, how you play that ball. Good. When you play from here, your shoulder look over there. And from here, your shoulder are trying to look to the backhand corner. And I'm focusing now on that. And then if I can do it slow, I can do it faster. But then my opponent is not ready to make a quick blocks. Okay, monkey dance again, back and forth, and that's a simple thing. Of course, back and forth you can do also, be creative. Playing, for example, forehand to forehand, the backhand to forehand, or opposite. Play forehand down the line, and then you play this one across the court. So it's up to you what do you want to really do. But you have to have more element you use. It's better for you. So, but basically, I'm going to try to do now. Of course, you can, if you make that, for example, quick of the balance to play backhand, and then you want to use forehand, you have to have a little bit, maybe half a step, go on the second zone to 145 degrees, so you can really strike the ball with the forehand option. It's lots of fun to do. Lots of fun to do this exercise. Okay, one more time. Always go right in the front of you. My racket is bad, or maybe I'm old. It's okay.
Yeah.
Finish working with the corner middle, and then you did exercise back and forth, and then you can put together these two exercises. So it seems like simple, but you can make them very complicated. Let's say you play this one, you play cross. This one you play cross again to the forehand corner. This one you play down on the line. And obviously you get, normally that's what happens, you play down the line, you get ball to the backhand corner. And this backhand, of course, you can play cross, and then get another ball here, or you can play down the line. So you can be creative how you do it. So now with the classical way, play to the one corner, using this walk for this forehand, backhand, and see what happens. And also using footwork. I'm concentrating now on footwork in the beginning. Always in a good position, no problem to hit the ball, almost no mistakes. A little bit. And then I feel consistency. I feel that my consistency is good. I can try to a little bit, but like more aggressive. Lots of fun. I sweat. Okay, like I said, there is many ways you can use the simple, seems like exercises, but it's important to play sometimes balls in the different directions. So we're going to try to use this one we play cross, and this one we play also cross to the back corner from the middle. So we're going to focus on that. When we go a little bit around, we're a little bit like turn a little bit more, wait maybe a little bit more, so we can send the ball and our shoulder will look square right to that spot. So it's not like and then it's like this. It's like more like So I will really try to turn my body and throw my feet. And it's good also for the blocker, because he's trying to play all the time, trying to moving and trying to be safe on the block. Have to really turn around here to make this ball really play right to that corner. It's a hell of a job. Of course, you can be like sometimes creative, playing something like this. But this is a little bit like a trick shot. Sometimes you have to use it. Show it.
Okay.
Waiting a little bit too longer. Okay, now we have to a little bit move on more complicated stuff. We've done some basic movement when you have two steps. It's like you know where the ball is and you have time. You can use this, for example, after when you serve, somebody push you, You have enough time to make 2 steps, come to the ball, make a first attack. But when the next ball, which is coming from your opponent, they make a block, sometimes it can go wide to the backhand, sometimes go straight to your body, sometimes can go wide to the forehand. So you have to be able, after when you play ball, to play the ball, and I call the shot flying forehand or flying backhand. So I try to put in a structure so you can be able to work on it. So I just want you to see the difference. This is 2-step forehand, and this forehand is flying forehand. Flying forehand. So how you can be able to work on these elements? You can separate, you can start to work on a forehand, flying forehand, normal forehand, flying forehand, normal forehand, and again flying forehand, which is more complicated when the ball is coming to you, and then you have to play very quick forehand. So the shadow practice will look like this. You play 1, and first you turn, fly, and then you come back to the same spot, bam, and then you visualize that the ball is coming to you, bam, and then again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So every time you see the ball is coming wide from you, you see the eyes, and then you directly turn, then this foot, yes, and then you play again, bam, and then maybe again. Sometimes can be double, but why you come back? Because you have to protect table. So if I'm playing first forehand from here, then I get the wide, I reach here. So I come back here because I want to protect my backhand. If I fall here and using my backhand here, then I have 2 empty spots, weak spots. Wide backhand is open, and or double hit, you can get through the forehand. That's why you have to try to pump. And again, and play here. Flying, pump, flying, pump, flying, pump, flying. This is the flying forehand. And now, shadow practice is flying backhand, 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 not 2 steps, because maybe it's not enough time. You start, and then you get a quick backhand. You can make a step, and then come back, pump, step, come back, fly, come back, fly, come back, fly, come back. And then you can be quite creative doing shadow practice. You can you can start, find the rhythm, lift, flying, lift, flying, backhand, flying, backhand, flying forehand, pump, flying backhand, pump, flying forehand. This way you can do lots of shadow practice. You don't even need the partner for that. And it's a good workout, and it's a good fitness, and it's a good work on a technique, how to move and use strokes you want, a top spins or whatever, smashes, whatever. Very slow. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so he will try to play to the middle, and then I would know where he will play. Either a little bit wider here, or right to my body. Play a little bit wider. So yes, I don't feel it that I fly. Yes. That was comfortable to play back. Sometimes it's much comfortable to play forehand, of course. So, basically we went through everything. We did 2 steps here. We play back and forth. We play flying forehand. Now in the end it's very always good to play free balls all over the place. And then I play to the back and corner, so my opponent, my partner, or he tries to play me a little bit everywhere, so I try to survive. Sometimes I will do 2 steps, sometimes I will have to fly. But main thing, I try to be consistent. In the beginning at least. Before I make a powerful topspin, first I try to play the ball on the table, then try a little bit harder. It's like a harmony, it has to be like music. Higher, lower in sound, you know, same thing. You sometimes hit hard, you get very fast, so you try to make a recovery. And then again you try to find a way to attack a little bit harder, and then if you see opportunity to go for the second hard ball, if you see he's stepping back and you're almost there, you want to try to kill him, and then you can counter attack, then again you try to, so we play a little bit like that, we'll see. I play through the back and forth. Flying forward back in. Okay. It's over.
Last one.
So as you can see, honestly I'm really sweat. Of course, physical condition, me as a coach is not perfect, but compared to the youngsters, maybe my condition is not so bad. So we can see, altogether we film and tape it, and on all the exercise we did, we spent 2 hours and 20 minutes. So we maybe half of preparation we put it away. So I play maybe 1 hour and maybe 20 minutes, and I feel really, for this 1 hour I play, I really feel some good feeling in my legs. I get a real good workout. My legs are, I feel really, my muscle really work a lot, and also I sweat, and it feels good that I had a good practice. So I wish you all good luck, and please try to do fundamentals and shape your technique moving properly. Bye.